Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Ignite podcast. Today I want to talk to you about your core operating system. So let's get nerdy for a second. The only way you're going to build a profitable business is through systems and processes. I'll say that again. The only way you're going to build a profitable business is through systems and processes. So many business owners come to work with us in Boardroom with this desire to grow, desire to increase revenue, and they very, very quickly learn that the only way to run an amazing business that generates great revenue on repeat, that generates great profit, that allows them free time, fun, all those sorts of things is through systems and processes. And it's not sexy and it's not fun, but it's absolutely required to build the fundamentals of any great business. So today I want to talk to you about your core operating system. So one of the things that we find is when we start to talk about systems and processes, one, like people's eyes sometimes glaze over. Like every business owner knows that they need systems and processes, and we have templates to build systems and processes in your business coming out the wazoo. Like we have that many templates to create SOPs. It's not funny, but it's not the sexy work. And so when we start to really talk about systems and processes, eyes glaze over and people get overwhelmed because they're like, I'm already doing so many things in the business, and I know that I need to carve out time for strategy, carve out time for direction. I know I need to carve out time for systems and processes, but I just can't do it. And so people's eyes glaze over and they get overwhelmed. And so what I want to talk about today is this concept that we've introduced into Boardroom in terms of your core operating system. So we run a really clear process for our Boardroom members on what we call your business playbook, which is you go through an exercise where you look at your ideal business, how you want things to run, and you actually break up your business into the core areas that we teach within Boardroom and map out all the SOPs, all the systems and processes that you want in your business, which is an amazing exercise, but it often results in a piece of paper in front of you that's got like 50 SOPs in front of it in terms of all the things that you know you need to tidy up and clean up. And so what we've then introduced is going, well, like in a perfect world in utopia, yes, you'd have those 50 or 70 SOPs built in. But if we distill that down, like what's your core operating system? What are the things that if you didn't have in place that your business would fail tomorrow, versus if you didn't have it in place, like it'd be an inconvenience or something would go awry, but it wouldn't be the end of the world. And that's the difference between just like standard SOPs and your core operating system. And once we started to introduce this concept, like it's really, people get it. And also like the overwhelm goes away, because really what we're looking for is maybe 8 to 10 core operating SOPs that build out your core operating system. And so that's what I want to run through with you today is like, one, highlighting the importance of systems and processes, and like you won't be able to build the business that you want without them, because as you grow and scale, like typically as business owners go through that journey, everything's up here. Like you run everything yourself, you know how to do things. But if you want to grow to that next level where you start to bring on team, you start to trust the running of your business to team leaders looking after staff, you need systems and processes in place so everyone knows how things get done around here and everyone knows the processes to follow. So it's an absolute fundamental that you need to build into your business to help you grow. But typically what happens is the business owner goes, there's too many to create. I feel overwhelmed. I don't even know where to start. It's all too hard. I'm just going to keep doing things the way that I have been doing. And that's when revenue stalls and that's where profit stalls. So like I said, we run this process called your business playbook, where we break it down into the different areas of your business. So we look at marketing and we go, okay, what are all the SOPs we need in marketing? Then we look at sales. So what are all the SOPs that we need in sales? And this is just a process, like you're welcome to pause the episode as I go through this and do this for yourself. So marketing, what are all things we need to fix or have SOPs in place? Sales, SOPs, admin. So what are all the admin things that we need to have in place? Operations, admin operations can be the same thing. Admin operations, what are all the SOPs we need in place? And that encompasses things like finance, bookkeeping, front of house, what happens when people answer the phone, like all those sort of admin operational kind of tasks, project delivery. So we've got marketing, sales, admin, ops, project delivery. So what are all the SOPs that need to occur in our business for project delivery? And then we've got strategy, growth, and direction. So again, what are all the SOPs that we need to create for that particular key area? And so if you do that exercise, they're the core areas of your business. If you do that exercise, you're very likely going to come up with, like I said, 50 to 70 lines on a page, and you're just staring at that going, oh my gosh, that's overwhelming. So what we've introduced is an overlay to that, which is get a highlighter out, red for no, green for yes, and highlight the green ones are your core operating system. So what are the ones that you cannot live without or need to build into your business ASAP to run effectively and efficiently? And so once you've highlighted them in green, you can kind of step back and go, oh my gosh, I only really need to build 8 to 10 core SOPs or processes here for my business to function at pretty much 80 to 90%. And so by just running that process, even by just me running this through with you now, you can really start to see, and hopefully the overwhelm starts to drop if you are in that phase of business where you know you need to build those SOPs, but you haven't because it's too overwhelming. Run this process, map it all out, marketing, sales, ops, admin, project delivery, strategy, vision, and growth. Map it all out, then just highlight in green the ones that are your core operating system and just focus on them. Get the team focused on them, get you focused on them, tick one off a month or one off every 2 weeks, and set yourself a target of having your core operating system built in 6 months' time. If you can do that, your business will be in a very, very different position in 6 months' time than it is right now. Just by having that focus, removing the overwhelm, knowing what the 6 to 8 to 10 SOPs are that you need to build that are your core operating system, and just chipping away at it. Hour a week, 2 hours a week, get the team involved. Some of the best things I've seen within Boardroom are business owners empowering team leaders or empowering staff to start to help them build SOPs. So, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Designer, you're amazing at this. I want you to can you help me build this SOP? And actually empowering people on your team to be in charge of that means that it's not something that you as a business owner have to take carriage of. You're just reviewing at the end. So I think that's all I want to explain today, team. So a bit of a short episode for me today, but that's your core operating system. If you know you need to build SOPs, systems and processes, but you've just been too overwhelmed to even start, run that exercise, work out your core operating system, work out what the 6 to 8 to 10 SOPs are that you need to build to run your business properly. And then once they're built, then obviously you can chip off or chip away at the other ones around the fringes, but they're the ones that are going to help you run and build a really great business. So start there. So team, hope that helps. Okay, so if you want to keep doing this journey, this journey on your own, we obviously have a ton of free resources to help you keep doing that. Podcast, YouTube channel, website, all that sort of thing. But if you'd like some help, if you want to join in a community of amazing business owners in Boardroom, all helping each other to grow, upgrade their businesses and getting some help from us along the way, then I'd love to invite you to join Boardroom. So if that's you, please reach out. Let's have a chat about Boardroom and how it can help you build your business faster. Have a big day.